Good evening, you guys. It's almost 9 o'clock. This is February 19th. I meant to come here earlier to do a video, but I got busy shopping, grocery shopping, cleaning up my house because I was off today. Usually I work Mondays, but because it's President's Day, I was off and I just didn't get a chance to do all that. Plus, I did a video like about a couple hours ago and I didn't save it. I think I accidentally deleted it. So I'm doing it all over again. So hopefully I can remember what I was talking about. Probably not. So we're just going to start where I finished up 2 days ago. It was on recovery. It took me about, I was out of work for 2 months because it took about that long. I think I said 2 weeks in the video, but I meant 2 months. I was getting tired when I did that video too. Um, so it took about 2 months and I went back to work when I started seeing a oncologist about 6 weeks after my surgery. My surgeon in St. Louis hooked me up with one out here because when we tried, even with my primary, they weren't able to get me seen to one to like 6 to 8 months. And I'm just like, what if 6 to 8 months is for somebody life and death and it's taking that long to see a specialist? I understand that there's like a lot of people needing to see these people and maybe not as many doctors or whatever, but that's a long time. So he was able to give us a name of somebody that he knew out here. And that's when and that's who we started, well, that's who I started going to. So my first visit was meeting with her and her staff. They were really nice, you guys, not gonna lie. Them explaining to me the type of cancer that I have, what were some of the things that she was thinking about, like options that I had for treatment. She did tell me that the cancer is like resistant to chemo radiation, so that would not be something that she wanted to do. Her main goal, she said, was try to slow down or shrink the lesions that I have now on my liver. There's like 10. Um, and like she said, if the lesions could shrink up, then the surgeon can go back in and cut them out. But if not, they want to slow down the growth of it to buy me time. So according to her, as long as the cancer does not spread any more than it has already, that she would give me up to a 5 year, to live. Truth be told, you guys, I can walk outside and get hit by a truck. So, um, but I think she meant as far as the cancer, you know, not just life happening. So, me not knowing anything and still being in shock about I have cancer, I think it took me probably almost a year to even just realize, hey, I have cancer. I don't think my mind could wrap itself around that. But I did know that I'm just so glad that I have a praying husband, a praying family, and church family that really helped me because through it all from the beginning, finding that out, I believe that I said God has just given me a peace about all of this. I feel like I could do this in two ways. I can sit and be depressed about it and just sit here and be in my own little world, or I could continue to live and be Dawn. My personality is happy-go-lucky. I love people. I like to do things, and I decided to live. I'm going to live, you guys, no matter what. I'm not going to let this cancer dictate. It's already dictating a lot of my life. It's not going to dictate my personality. I refuse to let it take that from me. And with God's help, I'm going to continue being Dawn, best Dawn that I know how, you know? So that's how I take it. I take it one day at a time. Prayer, lots of prayers. And I'm just so grateful to have the people that I have around me, my support group, which is my husband. He is an amazing support group, my church family, my own family. I have 4 daughters and a daughter that I call mine. I mean, I was married before my husband, this one. And so I have a stepdaughter by my previous marriage. And even though I'm not married to her father, she still considers me mom because her mother is deceased. So they're just a big support for me, y'all. So when I started treatment, like I was telling you guys what they told me. So I decided to go with the plan. We decided to go with an injection called Larinatide. It's a monthly injection that you have to get in your cheek. So we alternate every month where I get the shot at which cheek I get it on. And so far, the I guess you would say it's stabilized. I've had to have my gallbladder removed, which I believe is from one of the side effects from the treatment, even though my oncologist would not tell me that. I had to actually finally just get the little pamphlet that comes with my injection and read that through because they had just printed out something that I can just print myself here at the house, and it was just basic. I wanted to know what the drug company is saying about its own drug, and for the serious side effects was the high sugar, low sugar count, I believe, and heart issue with the valve, which is what I had too, which I'll get back to that later. And the other one was gallbladder issues. And before I started all these treatments, she did a whole physical exam to make sure, everything was going, my heart, whatever was fine and everything. It was until the under treatment. And so I just felt like, okay, I need to know everything that's going because my doctor's not telling me everything. Maybe she just have a lot of patience and she just don't have time to do that, or she does this job so much that she don't really think about it. Well, this is my life, my health, and I want to know about it. So it's like, I just started being proactive about what's going on. Why is she ordering these type of blood tests? Because I have to, every time I get a blood test result, I would just go type it and see what it is. And then, ask her, why are we doing this test here? Because you didn't tell me why. You just said we're doing blood work. She didn't tell me what type of blood work or what it was for. So now I ask a lot of questions, you guys. I go in with notes. If I have a question, I write it down for my next appointment so I don't forget. Because I just feel like I'm not being part of I don't know, treatment. Not trying to say that she's trying to hide anything from me. I just want to know, what are we doing and why are we doing this? I'm just like, so, oh, you guys, I'm trying to see, look at my notes. But yeah, talking about treatments, different treatments. As I told you, we did that because of it not being, I guess, radiation not helping it, or the chemotherapy. The another thing I had an issue with is treatment. I mean, not treatment, but the cost of treatment. You all, we have insurance. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield through my husband's job. I not through mine. 'Cause my job doesn't have it. And you guys, even with insurance, I got the first bill I got from my insurance company was showing that just the shot alone, not all the surgeries and the blood work and the scans, not all of that, $35,000. And after they paid, mine is 11,000. Who in the world have $11,000, you guys? If I had $11,000 extra laying around, I would put that on the principal of our home to get it paid off so that we would, at least this house be paid off. It's just crazy. But my out of pocket is like 65. I think it went up this year to 67. I got to check, but I think it's $6,700. I didn't even have that. So I was like making payment plans. And I guess that the hospital wasn't happy with my $200 to $300 a month. They wanted 1,700 a month, which I'm just like, that's my mortgage. I'm gonna be homeless if I pay that. And so I had like, tell my oncologist, I can't afford this. I'm not going to keep treatments up because I said, if I'm gonna die anyway, why am I gonna get myself in debt, you know what I mean? Or like when I die, my husband has to take care of the bill. I didn't want to do that to him. So she was like, no, no, we'll find a way. We tried to do like programs, like, but because they said my husband and I make too much money that we didn't qualify for those. So then we're trying to find other ways to help. So we ended up, I have a caseworker now, and she was able to go with the drug company because I believe the Epson for this drug is like they only been out for 10 years, maybe a little bit more, less than 10 years. So they have their own assistant program they have there, and they agreed to pay up to 20,000 a year after my insurance company pay what they're going to pay. So that actually helped me meet my out of pocket last year. This year it started off new because January is a new year. So they said that I still qualify. So I'm still paying some of the bill, but not all of it or whatever. So, but after probably by March, I probably would be where I don't have to pay for anything again, which would be amazing because the scans are just almost expensive as treatment. And what I have a problem with those scans is that They don't even get everything. Like you're paying all that money for a scan, but you didn't tell me that there's all these lesions in in my liver, in my body. Just crazy. So so I decided to keep on with the treatment. I prayed about it. Me and my husband, prayed about it, and we decided we would stick with that because, for what I understanding, the injection uses a protein in your body, I guess, to help boost it up. So I don't feel like I'm doing. There's other stuff in there, obviously. You guys are not stupid, but to me, it was more safer than trying something, like say radiation or chemo, if that would have worked anyway. Because I was already in my mind, I don't want to do that. I seen how people who do chemo look, and to me, they just remind me of those Holocaust victims. When you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be mean, but I said I don't want to do all that to destroy my body to try to live. I want quality of life, not quantity, you guys. I want to be able to go on trips with my children and my husband and everything. I don't want to be sick, stuck in a hospital, you know what I mean, doing treatments. So, so that's why when he suggested the injection, I was fine with that. And we prayed about it. And I had got a good feeling about it. So I said, we'll do injection. And so far it's been working. I have I have had to have my gallbladder removed. There was a tumor in my back. We got that removed about 5 months ago. The gallbladder I had 2 months before the tumor in my back. And when they removed the gallbladder, they said there's a tissue that's in between the gallbladder and the liver that had a lesion that wasn't there when when I had the first surgery. So the surgeon, removed all of that. So to make sure, which is cool. So far that's where we're at. I'm gonna stay with the treatment until it doesn't work. I think right now they said I'm at the highest dosage for the injection. So if that doesn't work, I don't know what other options are. I guess when it comes to that, we'll find out. I do have a PET scan scheduled for next month, March, and we can see if it's still the same, if it's growing, moving, if it, whatever. I will find out then, which of course I will let you guys know. But it just oh yeah, and I'm also on palliative care right now because about 6 months ago I started having pain, and the pain is just like it just keep getting a little bit worse, a little bit worse. So I do have a palliative care doctor and team, and all palliative care is pain management, trying to manage the pain. So even if I was not to do treatment, or if I was to stop treatment, I would still be able to get palliative care, which is good to know because if I ever did decide to start treatment, at least I would know that they would be trying to manage my pain. So I'm gonna get off here, you guys, because I'm exhausted and I have to go to work tomorrow. And I need to get my beauty rest. And I see you guys next time. You guys have a good evening.